of not caring about moral relativism.
I don't even know you.
Listen, if you are talking to a Falcons fan, there is no way you're going to turn them into a Patriots fan. And if you're talking to a Patriots fan, there is no way you're going to turn them into a Falcons fan. Mostly because there's no other teams in Boston to root for. And if you are talking to a liberal, you're not going to make them conservative by trying to convince them it's wrong and they're wrong, and same goes vice versa. We have that same sensibility with politics, and I think it would be helpful to point out, although we treat Democrats and Republicans like teams, it's important to realize that a system that holds millions of lives, billions of dollars, and are responsible for our livelihoods is not a game. At least not one that gets good ratings. Take that, C-SPAN. It is the view of this program that the transgender issue in the public realm is coming to a close, legally speaking, with the last throes of opposition to it with the lifting of the transgender bathroom ban by President Trump. As the public's view changes, so goes the law. But an important issue should be brought up one last time. The idea that those who identify by a different race, like Rachel Dolezal, now may be laughable or easily dismissed or even rebuked for even daring to bring into comparison her life to that of a transgender's life. But it should be noted, through history, the groups we laugh or deny today are seen as trailblazers for civil rights in the future. It may not be popular, it may not be politically correct, but it is happening, at least for Rachel Dolezal. And that is something you can't change. Drone law has been a heavily debated issue in this state, and it has become a talking point when considering what businesses this state hopes to attract as a statewide drone testing site. But something we want viewers to keep in mind when it comes to drones being used in America is how they are used in China. The following clip is real, and it is what one state utility program uses to clean Chinese electrical wire of debris. Just so you know, they were cleaning a trash bag off the wire. We can argue about how drones will be used here, but just know they've already decided how to use them out there. And last but not least, there was the health concern surrounding Dominos when an employee doing this with cheese from a sandwich going out to a customer. Michael Schaeffer stuck a piece of mozzarella cheese up his nose before putting it into a sandwich going out. The video was shot from another worker, and both were reportedly reprimanded. I know you may say that is a more lower scale blunder, but you have to keep in mind it happened right under the employee's nose. Their Dominos, that is. This all said, keep in mind that United and Pepsi may have messed up, but we still buy from them. Gas stations still use BP oil, people still ride an Uber, and people still eat from Domino's. This means that people will still drink Pepsi and people will still fly United, as long as it's the cheapest flight. Corporations will always mess up, but you have to ask yourself, is the more messed up thing that we keep buying from them? Quick, biting satire is a refreshing way to hear the news, and it does often reveal some sort of hypocrisy that is deemed too small to be covered by certain reputable outlets these days. But satire is just that, satire. Not a source to be cited, but rather a source to engage a redeeming conversation based on laughter and self-reflection. But it should definitely mean something that comedians have overwhelmingly received awards for journalism, though. Jon Stewart received the Peabody in Journalism in 2000, 2004, and 2015. Stephen Colbert winning a Peabody in 2007. John Oliver winning a Peabody in 2014. The Onion winning a Peabody in 2008. And Craig Ferguson winning a Peabody in 2009. I would implore it to be understood as questions asked from a comedic perspective with sometimes little interest in decorum that does implore those in power to act and answer with a sense of comfortableness and pure honesty which cannot be afforded in a serious news environment. We have been in worse states of the White House attacking the media, but the current state under Trump is not good, I'll grant that. Let me just put it out there. The current state of media is on the defense under the president. For a long while now, it has been the observation of this journalist that major broadcast news organizations and newspapers do good work, but not since the 70s has such an attack been fronted by the White House. It's time for the Obama era of partial coexistence be left in the past because the next few years will rival that of decades past. Those in the White House press pool and those in the overarching branch of what is often considered the media have their work cut out for them. And we hope as journalism students, what they will do will be a lesson that we'd like to learn. That's our time. I want to thank our panelists and you for watching our show and let you know while all the other shows, just like Scramble, will be right here for you on the Scramble. Thank you and see you again.